Carson, I think the last time you played here, you were 11. You lost, but how's this whole feeling different?
It's a crazy feeling. I really just tried to take it in from the second that I stepped out on the field. It's obviously great to go out there and have that type of game, turn up with the guys, so just super excited about the win.
Carson, the way that you guys played out there today just seemed like you were arriving at the ball on defense pretty quickly. On offense, you were assignment-oriented. It just it was a different level out there. Is that what comes out in this rivalry?
Yeah, I mean, obviously we picked up our intensity. I thought we had great execution on both sides of the ball, on special teams with the punt block. When all three facets of the game are working that well, obviously it's going to lead to a win like this.
When Georgia football is playing like what you just said, that intensity and that, can it be beat?
I don't know. I mean, every single game we just go out and try to be the best that we can be and execute. And if we execute, then ultimately it's going to lead to wins.
Carson, I'm sure you played this game through your head many, many times over the years. Would it go down exactly how you thought?
Yeah, I mean, I've been waiting for this for 4 years, since the second that I got here. And honestly, since before that, I knew that one day I was probably going to play in this game. I mean, that's obviously lofty goals and dreams that I had when I was younger. But to come out here and do that and execute like that as a team and get a win like that against our biggest rival, it's a huge moment for us.
What can you say about the offensive line? It seems like they were giving you all day to throw.
Yeah, I mean, they did a phenomenal job. Obviously, we had the bye week of preparation. Having those 2 weeks to kind of game plan some of the stuff that Florida was going to try to do against us. Obviously, they're a great defense on third downs. They threw a lot of different stuff at us, and our offensive line held up.
All the talk would be how would the flow be without Brock Bowers in the fold? How do you think everybody else stepped up?
I mean, I've tried to say every single week that we have plenty of guys that can make plays. Obviously, we miss him a lot. He's a great player. But we have so many guys that make explosive plays and execute. So.
One of those guys is Ladman Condon, tied a career high of 135. Are you happy for him after all the adversity he faced?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, he's had a tough season, getting injured early on, not being able to play much, maybe a little spot play on third downs, earlier in the season. But for him to get a full game like that and, have those type of numbers, I'm just super proud of him.
So you share a moment with Dominic on the bench, kind of smirked at him, you guys dapped it up. I mean, is that just the spirit of this game, this rivalry, and even maybe being home?
Yeah, I think just, towards the end of the game, you start to feel it's like the game's over, we've won. Just try to enjoy it with the guys,
I know you've dreamed about this moment forever, but say what you want, but to win this game in your hometown, how do you feel?
Shit, I mean, my bad. But it feels good, it's very emotional. I was very emotional before the game. I'm usually not like that. But just trying to take it all in, soak it all in. Obviously super proud of the guys. I'm just glad that we're coming out with a dub.
Was it kind of easy to keep your emotions in check tonight? Just talking about how you were soaking it all in.
I mean, once the game started, I was good. It's football. Football gets played. But before the game, leading into it, I mean, I was super pumped, super hyped, super excited. And I think a lot of that is just the anticipation leading up to the game. So once the first play started, it's just football as usual.
What do you see from Dejan today? Just a really productive game from him.
Yeah, I mean, he constantly makes guys miss, hits the hole, obviously running behind that offensive line, and then get him one-on-one with the safety, makes a miss, and then he's out of there. Obviously, he's had a bunch of huge games this year, and we're going to keep feeding the rock.
Carson, you're a Jacksonville kid. What's it like dogpiling in the end zone amongst fans, man? Is that something you always think about and dream about?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. It's a crazy feeling, to be honest. Nothing that I've ever really felt before, so just really trying to soak it all in.
Carson, I mentioned that you spoke to
Shit, I mean, my bad. But feels good, it's very emotional. I was very emotional before the game. I'm usually not like that. But just trying to take it all in, soak it all in. Obviously super proud of the guys. I'm just glad that we're coming out with a dub.
Was it kind of easy to keep your emotions in check tonight? Just talking about how you were soaking it all in.
I mean, once the game started, I was good. It's football. Football gets played. But before the game, leading into it, I mean, I was super pumped, super hyped, super excited. And I think a lot of that is just the anticipation leading up to the game. So once the first play started, it's just football as usual.
What do you see from Dejan today? Just a really productive game from him.
Yeah, I mean, he constantly makes guys miss, hits the hole, obviously running behind that offensive line, and then get him one-on-one with the safety, makes a miss, and then he's out of there. Obviously, he's had a bunch of huge games this year, and we're going to keep feeding the rock.
Carson, you're a Jacksonville kid. What's it like dogpiling in the end zone amongst fans, man? Is that something you always think about and dream about?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. It's a crazy feeling, to be honest. Nothing that I've ever really felt before, so just really trying to soak it all in.
I mentioned that you spoke to the team this week about how excited you've been waiting 4 years to play in this football game. What did it mean to you?
Yeah, I mean, before the game, I just told the offense, I was like, look, I've been waiting 4 years to play in this game. Ever since the day I got here, being from Florida, from Jacksonville, it's obviously a super exciting moment, but it makes it even better to come out here and get a win like that.
Just on the whole, how did you feel like the offense operated without Brock, and what was the biggest difference not having him there?
Yeah, I mean, obviously the plays are going to look a little bit different. We have a lot of plays where we're trying to get the ball to 19, and I mean, we'd be stupid not to. So with him out, it definitely changed the offense a little bit, but we have so many guys that can make explosive plays, make guys miss on the perimeter, even the run game. I mean, that was huge tonight for us, which opens up the pass game ultimately. So,
Carson, was there any point where you felt nervous this week before the game?
No, not really. I think I was more excited, and then just obviously the anticipation of it with the bye week before, and then obviously the whole week before this game, having to wait 2 weeks for a game that I looked forward to for so long.
And then when Florida took the lead, was it any added pressure, or do you figure, okay, it's early, we've been here before, we've come back?
Yeah, no, we hadn't even touched the ball yet, so I mean, I wasn't even worried about it.
Did you have any doubt that this offense would perform like it did without Brock?
No. And every single week, I mean, I've continued to say that we have plenty of players that can make explosive plays, that are going to execute at a high level, and we have trust and confidence in every single guy that steps out on the field.
What about Lab? Did you need him to kind of be like Lab the last couple of years?
I mean, of course. I mean, it's awesome for a guy to step up like that, and then obviously when our offensive line is playing as well as they do, and then Dejon's making guys miss, Kendall's making guys miss, even throw the ball on the perimeter, that type of stuff.
Not having Brock, do you think that's something that focused everybody up on the offensive side of the ball?
I mean, a little bit. I think each week we try to improve just 1-2% better. Nobody had to step up. Like, no singular person had to step up, but collectively as an offensive unit, continuing to improve, continuing to get better, kind of make up for that loss.
Carson, when you see the offenses try to go sideways on this defense, what goes through your mind? Because you go through it every day.
So can you repeat the question?
When you see offenses try to go sideways on these, as an option to try to
like
get
on our defense?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, obviously playing against our defense every single day in practice is the best preparation possible. I mean, obviously they're one of the best defenses in the country, and to watch them go in week and week out and stop guys, shut them down, keep them out of the end zone, it's fun to watch.
Describe that moment celebrating with fans in the stands after that game.
Yeah, I've been looking forward to that for a long time. It's something that everyone always does every game, but like, you don't play, you don't understand.
About 2 minutes till Coach Moore. 2 minutes.
The whole entire game, leading up to it, I was always looking forward to, jumping up there, celebrating.
Did it meet your expectation of what it would be like?
Absolutely. I'll sit up there just trying to take it off.
Real quick about Ladd. I mean,
he had an amazing day. He had a rough part in the early season. So just see him come out here today, have that time and start executing something about that. Do it. Yes, so I mean, obviously,
This can be my style.
About a minute till Coach Moore.
I think it's like the momentum shifter.
Hey, probably easier, Mike, here.
Yeah, the second half, I feel very well. I think just the preparation that we had before together, obviously the preparation individually, kind of right there.
Carson, thank you, man.